we'll tell you
comes
what
from
to
that, but all that little green looks like a little heart shape with little yellow flowers on it. That we,
do. Is it a real rough leaf?
no, it's a smooth leaf.
That is probably something either dichondra or hydrocotyle. You're keeping your grass too wet. Let it get a little bit drier and that stuff will die out.
Grass too wet, how could that be?
Or it could be oxalis. Oxalis
No,
and
it's not
clover.
oxalis.
Bring me a piece of it
Okay,
and
I'll
see what
bring
it
it.
is. Well, guys, thank you all so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
You want a diagnosis on what you're doing here?
Have we put compost on?
Picture showing what it looked like.
Are you drinking this professionally or privately?
Just privately.
For grubs.
It's on the internet at YouTube.com.
If you have grubs, beneficial
/
nematodes
organic
are a good
Texas.
idea. You have had some grub damage.
Oh, okay.
This node should have a good healthy set of roots coming down from it. This node should have a good healthy set of roots coming down from it. This node should have a healthy set of roots. So, you know, this is not what I would call severe grubworm damage, but you've had a lot of roots chewed off. I think part of this is also just staying too dry.
Okay, and we put on 8 cubic yards of compost.
When?
April?
It's not related to this.
Okay.
I think
nematodes and...
nematodes, fertilizer, and water.
Also, something interesting happened. We walked out one morning and all these worms had crawled out on our sidewalk and cooked. They're gobs.
I wish I knew what
I don't know what they
worms are weird. Worms hate vibration. If somebody starts working on the street and they're having a bunch of stuff, the worms literally come out of the ground to get away from the vibration in the soil.
We had someone mow our lawn and they used a riding lawnmower. I wonder if that would.
That could contribute to it.
Oh, your worms weren't used to that. We always use a riding lawnmower and no worms come up. So they must be.
To some extent, it depends on the type of mower. Some mowers create a lot more vibration than others.
Thank you so much.
Grubs.
Thank you for coming.
Nematodes, beneficial nematodes.
How do you look for grubs?
Grub worms, the best way to know if you're going to have grub worms is to watch your porch light and see if you have June bugs. Those little coppery colored beetles that come and swarm around your light,
Yes.
those lay the eggs that make the grubs. Start seeing a bunch of June bugs, you better treat for grubs. Otherwise, it's just a matter of getting out. Now, on their grass, several pieces of their grass, the roots were all cut off. That's what grubworm damage looks like.
And how do you treat grubworm?
Beneficial nematodes.
Ah, yes, yes.
Water and fertilizer.
What about fungus? How do you know if it's fungus versus grubworms? Because we don't see any June bugs.
In the case of fungus, the runners will stay attached to the soil, but when you pull up on individual grass blades, the blades will pull away from the runner easily. But brown patch fungus, which is by far our most common fungus, occurs when we have warm days and cool nights. We haven't had cool nights in some time now, so there's no brown patch fungus out there, I promise you. There are other fungi like take-all patch, but it's very rare this time of year. And the great majority, most grass problems that I'm seeing right now are lack of water. People that are watering 10 minutes a day.
How deep, I read in the paper today, Calvin Finch said 1 inch of water for St. Augustine. Is that about right?
An inch to an inch and a half, yes,
Per week?
per week. How much water is that? Take your little straight-sided dish, put out there, turn on your sprinkler, whether it's on the hose or whether it's automatic. Time how long it takes to run an inch of water into that. Normally it'll be about an hour. And put several of those little things around. And be sure and put one in the area where your grass really looks bad. Because what you'll many times find is you're not getting even coverage. That spot's getting an inch of water, this spot's getting 1/4 of an inch of water. And that's the spot that looks bad.
That's happening.
Okay, I think that's probably.
So we need to water first and then put the nematodes on, okay?
Or-
And do it at night or something, or?
Well, do it when you legally can, which is at night if you're in San Antonio. But I would water first, then put the nematodes on, then just hose it down to wash the nematodes off the blades and down into the soil.
Okay. Give her a shot.
So
It'll
10
take care of
minutes is
fleas.
not enough on a sprinkler system.
10 minutes is about
20.
Get a time how
About a
long it
20
takes to
or
run an inch of water.
45.
It's usually going to be an hour.
Where's Dooley's nursery at in Burns?
He doesn't have a nursery.
Where's he selling these stills at?
He's not really selling them. You go to his website, which
Oh.
is natureapproved.com, and he'll tell you what to go to Walmart and buy and how to make it.
Get
.net.
I think you'll also get to his website under Dooley, D-E-U-L-E-Y, Dooley'sOwn.com. But Nature Approved I know works.
Approved?
Nature Approved, A-P-P-R-O-V-E-D.
.net.
.net, oh, thank you. NatureApproved.net. Now, usually when we do a seminar on compost tea, Bruce will come and do part of the seminar, and he'll make up a few of his little tea buckets and bring. I don't know if we'll do that this fall. I know we'll do it next spring.
How does he spell his last name?
D-E-U-L-E-Y.
Oh.
Different.
No, I'm back to the stump that's in the ground. All of that, the chippings have to be removed because if they're worked down in the soil, won't they
No,
steal the nutrients?
Just throw some fertilizer in there. Give them the nutrients they need to break down.
Okay, and then just mix it with the new soil and don't
Yeah.
worry about getting all of it out of there.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's easier.
Much easier.
Thank you.
I have a question for you about, I have two things I want to solve. I want to create a privacy hedge,
Uh-huh.
and you mentioned last week about Mutabilis roses.
That is one good choice.
Okay, and you said that something with fibrous roots, because where I have the area of erosion is where I want to establish the privacy hedge. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could,
I think Mutabilis would be fine.
anything else?
Well, if you want a green shrub, xylosma makes a great privacy hedge. There's some xylosma right back on the back side of this greenhouse.
How do you
It's an XYLOSMA. XYLOSMA.
And do you have any of the Mutabilis roses?
We'll have to look and see. We did a couple of days ago, but I haven't looked in a couple of days. If not, we'll have it next week.
Okay,
They have a source on them. We get them in pretty often.
thank you.
It's my pleasure.
The lava sand, I can mix that with my soil for my plants.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had mentioned the spacing on ground cover. I missed that.
Normally about 1 foot, center to center. You can put it closer together. The plants don't mind. It just
Okay.
gets expensive because as we demonstrated a minute ago, you put them on 6-inch centers, it takes 4 times as many or 4 times as many as it does on 1 foot. You put them on 4-inch centers, it takes 8 times as many.
Yes, yes. Okay,
And it
but-
gets expensive in a hurry.
Hurry.
But most people plant them about 1 foot
About
center to
foot
center.
across.
I have another question. I have some pictures here. We have cotina
Uh-huh.
planted as a shrub in front of our house. This was taken in the afternoon. What could we replace
Yeah.
the
Bad
cotina
place
with?
for Photinia. Is it shady every afternoon?
Yes.
That was taken about like 4 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon.
And there's never any hot sun on that bed?
In the
Or is there-
morning.
In the morning. Gosh, you could put dwarf pittosporum, you could put dwarf yopon, you could put Japanese boxwood.
Doesn't
get behind it?
pittosporum get that
Not
white?
if it's healthy. I've got pittosporum behind my house, it's probably 80 years old.
So pittosporum, what else, I'm sorry?
Dwarf yopon, Japanese boxwood. Guys, I promised a friend that I would run over to a vet and look at an animal for them, and he closes a little afternoon, so let me run do that, and then I'll be back.